Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is Aaron here back with another video, and today we are gonna take a look at ARK skill guide, everybody. So, because ARK is a very powerful job, a lot of skills are being chained, a lot of buffs. You don't even know, my man. So I have been playing ARK since I don't know, since the launch of ARK in Korea MapleStory 6 months ago. Yeah, so I have seen a lot of players play ARK. They don't use the spell buffs. They don't use the combo skills, right? And even when I played in MapleSea over here, and I still see a lot of people, like 80% of them don't utilize all the skills at all, right? Because all the spell buffs gives you a ton of damage. A ton of damage and a ton of attack speed, right? So this video is dedicated for all of you guys who are currently playing ARK, and also all of you guys who are starting a new job itself, which is ARK, alright? So first off, we're going to take a look at all the skills. I'm going to go through all of them and explain which are the most important skills that you need to use, alright? So we're going to cover it in a section part, alright? We're gonna cover it in a combo skill. We're gonna cover what are the hyper skill. What do all the hyper skill do, right? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't know what does this skill do. Yeah, and basically all of them. I'm gonna cover all of them. So this video is gonna be long. I'm gonna stress, this video is gonna be hell long. Alright, so first off, the main skill itself. This is the first job skill. As far as I know, a lot of people say, yeah, first job skill is useless. No. You're wrong. First job skills are the most important skills for ARK itself, right? The Unforgettable Nightmare, which is this skill. Yeah, which is this skill. This skill, you can use it during left mode, Flora mode, and also during Spectre mode, right? So if you are using it on Flora mode, this skill has a 2 seconds cooldown. But if you use it in the Spectre mode, this skill does not have cooldown. So this is your main attack skill for Spectre mode. Spectre mode is when you go into this mode itself. Yeah, this is Spectre mode, everybody. Alright, so Plane Charge Drive. So this skill, you can only use it, alright, during Flora mode itself. So this skill, as you can see, bam. Yeah, this is how you use the skill, right? And if you read it properly, everybody, at the bottom you have plane spell. Using spell missile creates 2 plane spells that deals 50% damage one time, right? And there's also a plane spell buff. This is the important thing. Like 80% of people do not use this buff, right? When the plane spell hits, the movement speed plus 20, your stance rate plus 50% for 60 seconds, right? This is just for one skill itself. So as far as you know, you can only use it on Flora mode. So how to use the plane spell and a plane spell buff, right? This is how you use it, because it's a spell missile. So spell missile, you can either toggle it, or maybe pressing the skill itself, so it's under at 0 over here. So if I can toggle it, bum, there we go. It automatically hits depending on how many spell bullets that I have. So if I would close it down, there we go. Every hit counts as 1 spell bullet. So every time you use the skill, okay, there we go. Every time you use the skill, it automatically shoots out a bullet, and you will gain a buff over here. So this is the plain buff, alright? So the bullets is where it attacks, and the buff is where you get it, alright? And this skill can be toggled on and off. Just right click it, right? That's it. Auto, everybody. You don't have to worry about it. You just see, there we go, and boom. See, automatically it will hit for you, right? Automatically it will throw a spell attack and also a spell buff for you. Don't even need to know. Don't even need to click on the skill, right? Just click it auto. Yeah, this 2 skill is basically nothing. All right. Second job. This is where you get your very lit form, which is the spectral form. You can control your spectral form depending on the gouge you have over here. If it is full or if it has any red, you can control it by clicking on the skill once. You can turn you into a spectral mode, right? Once you're in spectral mode, there are various skills that you could use. Explore that on yourself, right? Don't worry about it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this one, Scarlet Charge Drive. what does this skill do? This is another spell buff, alright? When the spell hits, you gain 30 weapon attack, critical rate increased by 20% for 60 seconds. Just look at this. There we go. Boom. That's it. That's the buff you can get, right? That's the buff over here that you can get, which is increase attack by 30 and also critical rate by 20%. That's it. Simple as that, right? Very easy indeed. So the skill has to hit a mob, right? The spell has to hit the mob. If it does not hit any mob, alright, for example, boop, see? There's no mob beside me, it doesn't hit, right? You don't get the spell charge, right? For example, boop, like this. And if I were to use a skill again, boop, yeah, you see? If it does not hit any mob, you will not get a spell buff. So you have to basically plan it properly. Unstoppable Impulse, nothing really special. And Approaching Death is a on-off skill. Toggle on-off skill. Just by toggle it, then this is up, okay? And Spell Booster, everything, nothing really fancy about that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Gush Charge Drive. Boom! You have to be on air in order to use this skill. This on air, boop, they use this skill, and yeah, that's the spell buff. What does this skill buff give? It gives 1 attack speed. 1 attack speed, man. This is insane. 1 attack speed for 60 seconds and evade by 25%. This skill is a must if you want to use it on bossing, on mobbing. It increases your attack speed by 1 stage, alright? And Flare Calling, yeah, it's another skill. Returning Hatred. This is a very important skill. This increases your DPS instantly. Alright, so this is okay. This one you have to use it in spectral mode. So I have to use a few skills over here. Make sure that it has the ball itself. Where's the ball? I need to get the ball out. So once you have the what do you call this skill again? The Approaching Death Ball. Alright, there you go. That's the Approaching Death Ball at the top over here. This is the Approaching Death Ball. Then you use the skill, which is over here, which is at 9. Boom. Oh, the skill went off again. Alright, we gotta wait for Approaching Death Ball to come out again and again. So this skill is basically if you have Approaching Death Ball, the skill over here, then you can basically use the skill to act as an extra bonus final attack. I would say final attack damage itself, right? So it is not easy to basically get the skill because it's a final attack skill because it's OP. So it's not easy to get it. And basically if you get it, I don't even know why. How would I get it? Okay. Still haven't get it yet. Never mind. We'll come back to that later on, okay? And the others, it's just normal. 4th drop skill. A Bessel Charge. Okay, this is another buff, right? This buff gives you damage plus 20%. Boss on boss monsters, okay? It's a boss damage plus 20% and also a damage plus 20%. Defense ignore plus 20% too. Insane amount of buffs, right? Just have to use this skill and boom, if it hits the mob, you get the skill. Simple as that. And this is the buying skill. Yeah, nothing too fancy. And also Battle Frenzy. A lot of people do not know how to use this skill. This skill adds permanent 15% final damage. And if you look at that, activate when chained with different skill from Plain Charge or Endless Ominous Dream. Alright, and can be stacked up to 3 levels. Duration for 5 seconds. Increase the Plain Charge or Endless Ominous Dream chain speed on stacks. What does that mean? Alright, so this is where the combo skill comes in. Right, now I'm going to teach you how to combo ARK. So the combo skills are 2 main combo cancellation skills. Just like a Dana, you can cancel skills when you're using ARK. So I'm going to go through Flora mode first, then we are going to go through Spectrum mode, okay? So Flora mode. Boom. Right, this is the main cancel skill. So you have to use this skill first. Then only you can use any other skills itself. So how many cancel skills that you can use? 1, which is the Scarlet Charge Drive. 2 is the Gush Drive. Oh, sorry. And also the 3, which is the Unstoppable Impulse. And 4, which is the Bessel Charge Drive itself. So how do you use it? Very simple indeed. After you use spell charge, quickly use other skill. That's it. Done. So just now I used spell charge and also Scarlet Charge Drive. So Scarlet Charge Drive, if you use this skill, you would dash you in front, right? So if you use it as a combo skill, it will not dash you in front. Simple. Alright. If you want to use it to dash you in front, so you use this skill with the arrow key, it will dash you in front. You will still gain the battle frenzy itself, right? So if you use this skill, dash to in front. No, you don't dash to in front because I don't use the combo skill. I don't use the arrow skill. Sorry. If I use it, there we go. Simple as that. Then the second one, Unstoppable Impulse. This skill allows you to move from vertically up and bottom. All right. So basically, if you don't want to move up and bottom, you don't want to move it up. So basically, you just use it like this. This is how you cancel the combo skill set, right? That's basically it. See, that's it. Then we have the third job skill, which is the gas charge drive. Okay, this skill you have to use it on air, but if you use it as a combo skill, you don't have to use it on air, and you still get the battle frenzy over here, which increase the speed of each of the chain skills itself. Then the fourth job, which is charge a best. Yeah, this skill is really nothing much. Yeah, you just use it like that because you don't hit anything. I mean, you don't fly anywhere in the map. So it's basically, you want to combo it, it's up to you. Now we go to Spectre mode. So once I enter into Spectre mode over here, this skill I can no longer be used. I can only use this skill. So this skill, if you're in Spectre mode, as I mentioned before, does not have any cooldown, right? So first job, which is the Unfading Scar. Similar to all this up, it will move you up. So if I were to use this skill with a combo, you'll be stable, right? If I were to use this skill as a combo and if I move it around, then it will move it to the arrow keys that you specify. So either you want to combo it or you want to move it by using the arrow key. It's up to you. And this is the Unstoppable Instinct. There we go. Yep. That's it. And same goes for the third job skill. Boom. Yeah. Previously, this skill will move you around, like fly you. You'll fly you in front. But if you comboed it, it won't fly you in front. Then we also have the fourth job skill with the Uncontrollable Chaos. Boom. It'll fly you around the map, right? So why not we just use it as a combo skill? So it won't fly you around the map, which is this one and this one. This is how you combo it, everybody. So these are all the combo skills that you could use during bossing. You don't have to fly around the map, but you have to combo them really properly. For Cadena, you have to use each of these skills first, then only you click on the cancellation skill. For ARK, you use the cancellation skill first, then only you use the other skills. Very simple indeed, right? So that's basically it. Oh yeah, we still haven't do the return and hatred thingy. I still can't get this return and hatred thingy. So basically, it throws up what do you call it? A sword or something. Yeah. We will get to that later on. So now we're gonna take a look at the fifth job skill, everybody. Okay, before the fifth job skill, hyper skill first. Alright, hyper skills, everybody. So what hyper skills to up? First thing. Damage plus 20% because this is your main attack skill. You gotta increase it, right? This is very important. Then the second one, either you want to go for bossing or you want to go for any others. This is really optional for you whether you want to use for bossing or not. So the next one, which is Unstoppable Instinct Extra Move. So you can gain one extra move when you are in Spectre mode itself. Yeah, so 3 movement. If I reset this skill, I can only use as 2 movement itself. This is the extra 60% damage, and this is the extra 20% cooldown, which I think is really useful during mobbing. So 20% cooldown is really useful. I will suggest you to raise this. Spectre mode extra healing, very important indeed, because it will increase 10% of your Virgo recovery rate. So very important. This skill is totally up to you. This skill is very useful during bossing. Do you know that this skill gives you super stance? What does it mean by super stance? For example, if you are doing Magnus, do you know that Magnus' sword will basically throw you away? Yeah, basically when he uses the sword, it will knock you back, right? And when Lotus or Sue, if you don't know what is Lotus or Sue, this is Magnus, alright? Lotus or Sue, which is this guy over here, yeah? If he were to use the skill, it will knock you back, right? If you are in Spectre mode, you will ignore the knockback. This is the super stance for ARK. It's very, very powerful. So if you are doing bossing a lot, I suggest you to raise this skill. Then this is the cancel skill for the Flora form. Okay, so how do you use this skill actually? So for now, I need to demo this skill. This skill is a bit tricky. For now, if I were to use a Flora skill itself, if I were to use a Flora skill like this, I can't directly transform myself to Spectre mode, right? So if I were to use like this skill, when I click on the page down, which is the transform to Spectre mode, I can't use it directly. So I gotta wait for the skill animation to end, only I can transform into Spectre mode, right? And also there is another skill which is, if you use the Spectral Control mode, with Plain Charge can activate the Frenzy itself. So basically it is telling you that if you use this skill and this skill together, yeah, currently I can't use it because I didn't raise this skill, you will basically get the Battle Frenzy skill itself. So let's reset it. Bam! Raise this skill first. And the Virgo, very important. And this one, very important too. And all this tree. Okay. So now we're gonna take a look at this skill. So just now I say that I can't use this skill and this skill at the same time. You see? I use it, I get a Battle Frenzy. Right? This is how I get the skill. And also, another combo skill which I use, let me use this skill, Unstoppable Impulse. Halfway I can change to a Spectre mode. So this is the powerful thing that I would say you could use. For example, if Lotus were to use the skill on you, right? You want to have a full 100% stance on this thing. So when you're using any skills, right? For example, if you're using this skill, you can directly go into Spectre mode and ignore the knockback itself. This is very powerful for the skill itself. Yeah. So this is basically the Spectral Form Advanced. This is the cancel mode. A lot of people don't understand this skill, but yeah, now I guess you understand it already, right? So as far as I know, when you use this skill, you can change to Spectre mode instantly. But if you don't up the skill, if you use any other skills like this, you can't change to Spectre mode. So for now, I can basically cancel the skill animation and change to Spectre mode instantly. Right, there we go. That's basically it for the Spectre form. And oh yeah, we have the hyper skill. So this is the hyper skill which you have to use key down and basically use it as a hyper skill. Nothing really fancy about this. That's it, right? And this is level 200, very basic one. Charge spell amplification. This one is very OP. It's very powerful because as you read it, applies to party members within the range when charge spell buffs activates, right? Charge spell's duration is equal to the charge spell amplification remaining duration. The buff's effect is doubled for yourself through the charge spell amplification duration. So basically, this is a 120 seconds cooldown skill. It lasts for 60 seconds, okay? When you click on this skill, if you have any party members in your party, if you're doing Lucid, if you're doing Hard Damien, this skill is very OP. Because all your spell buffs, which is this one, damage plus 20%, boss damage plus 20%, ignore plus 20%, will be applied to your party members. Attack speed plus 1 will be applied to your party members. But you get double the effect. Means all this buff is being doubled. 40% damage, 40% boss damage, 40% ignore defense. How insane is that, right? So this is basically the charge spell amplification, right? OP as hell. Alright, then we have the 5th job skill. Let's just close it down. The 5th job skill, everybody. The 5th job skill, okay. there are a total of 2 5th job skill for ARK. I mean, the main skill for ARK. The common skills, you can basically read it on the matrix itself. Alright, so this is the main skill. The memory of root. Basically, you get an iframe for a total of 10 seconds. Yeah, invincible during attack, right? You get an iframe for 10 seconds. Very useful during Lucid, especially when the dragon comes down. Use this skill, pop. You ignore all of the attacks, alright? So this skill, it gives you a 10 seconds of iframe, means 10 seconds of invincibility, and you get a 30 seconds of ignoring your Virgo skill. Means that if you use any skills over here, it will not consume any Virgo at all. So let's just use this skill. Boom. Boom. There we go. This is a very OP skill. It is literally the most OP 5th job skill I have ever seen. Yeah, so this is basically the 5th job skill. It does more damage if the mobs doesn't die that early. So see, if I'm in Spectre mode, my Virgo does not drop. Yeah, for 30 seconds. Alright, for 30 seconds in Spectre mode, the Virgo does not drop. I use any other skills over here. You see, my skills used, it does not consume any Virgo at all. You see, it's still at the top for 30 seconds itself. Right, this is a very OP skill. Alright, so that is basically the 5th job skill for memory of root, and also infinity spell. This second 5th job skill, a lot of people got confused also. What does it do? In Flora mode, when a spell being charged, charge as many plain spells as left. What does that mean? It means that all these charges over here, when you use the charge itself, it will charge up 5 charges at the same time, right? You burst out 5 balls at the same time. In Spectre mode, creates additional 2 Bessel energy when approaching death activates. So approaching death is where is approaching death? This is approaching death. So if you get approaching death, you charge up extra 2 more. Yeah, additional 2 more Bessel energy when approaching death activate. Means you charge up additional 2 more of those balls itself, right? So let's use this skill. And we use it. Boom, you see 5 charges. 5 charges itself. 5 charges. You see all the 5 charges. You see that? You see? This you increase 5 charges instantly. Like instantly, boy. 5 charges instantly. This is OP as hell. So if you're in Spectre mode, yeah, it will charge up 2 extra balls itself. Where is the ball? Where the hell is the ball? I need to get the ball. The ball is difficult to activate though. Yeah, see, yeah, that's the ball. That's the ball. Yeah, it automatically creates a final attack. Yeah, which throws out a sword. That is the ball itself. Okay, we activated it within 20 minutes. Alright, so that's the ball itself. Okay, good stuff indeed. So that is the 5th job skill, everybody. So yeah, that is all the skills that you basically need to know about ARK. Yeah, that is basically all the skills you need to know. So the hyper skills is up to you. Whether you do a lot of bossing, it's totally up to you. I think that this Spectral Form Advanced is not really a useful skill because you don't really cancel it a lot, man. Like, who the hell to cancel this? Right? So I don't recommend you to you up this skill itself. I recommend you to up this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 the boss damage, because level 200 above you do a lot of bossing, right? And this skill you don't really use it much. I mean, yeah, you don't really use this skill much, right? For combos, we gotta repeat the combos again, right? For combo skills, right? Every time you use a skill, oh, missed the combo. You use the skill, the first skill itself, then you combo it, right? The first skill, combo it. First skill, combo it. There we go. That's just how you combo the skill. So every time you use any skill, just combo it. It's gonna use it very good. You're gonna get a spell buff over here. Attack speed +1. Who doesn't want attack speed +1, everybody? It's the best thing ever. Of course, you have to hit a mob. If you do not hit a mob, you don't get this buff itself. And also in Spectre mode, you gotta use this skill first. Then use this skill. Yep. This is how you combo it, right? Alright, so this is how you combo the skill itself. Very, very OP indeed. This is basically all the combo skills that you need to know for ARK. Right? A lot of people have been asking me how to combo ARK skills. I hope this video is informative to you. And yeah, that's basically it. So ARK chain skills are very important because you get a lot of buffs. First thing, turn this skill on and off. Make it as an auto. Make this skill as an auto, okay? You don't have to worry about it. Let the auto skill do the work for you. Use this skill as a cancellation skill when you're doing bossing. This also. Always take note of your spell buff cooldown, alright? There are a lot of cooldown skills. If this doesn't hit, yeah, make sure that the next attack hits, alright? Because if it doesn't hit, you don't get the buff, as always. So yeah, you see, if it hits, only you get the buff. Make sure that you are well aware of the buff skills itself, because it literally does a ton amount of damage. It increases a ton amount of damage itself, right? And also, this is a very good final attack skill. Leave it as auto. Don't need to worry about it. This one, this one is a battle frenzy. It increases the what do you call it? The chain speed. Chain speed, that means this one, as you use this skill, the speed increases literally faster when you use the skill. See, the speed is literally faster compared to just now. See, I can use the skill faster. That's basically it for the chain skill. Very important indeed during bossing. All of this adds up to your DPS. ARK is one of the most interesting job in the game, right? And if you combo all of their skills properly, if you know how to manage all of their skills properly, you will play ARK like a god, everybody. Alright, so I hope this video is informative to you. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I know that this video is really long. I want to get this video out as soon as possible, right? For you guys to basically combo ARK itself. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay awesome, everybody. Bye bye.